Hello. Anybody hear me?
Hello.
Yep.
We can hear you.
Excellent. So, just so we all know, this is my first time hosting a Zoom meeting of this size, and I'm very nervous.
You can do it, Steve. It's okay. Just be grateful you don't have a, half-naked 5-year-old running around in the background. That's why I'm off camera.
That's funny.
It's gonna be a long couple of weeks.
Claire, you're not off camera.
No, now I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you. I figured it was weird if I start talking when it was just a few of us. Yeah, he looks like Tarzan today. Oh,
Claire, Don
So,
hello, Don. How are you?
See you. And Steve, can you hear me? It's Don.
I hear you very well.
Very good, thank you. Wojo Andrew Lodridge will not be with us today. He has a birthday call with his mother, so he's here in spirit.
Yeah, I was going to use that excuse myself.
With his mother.
For people who can't make it, and I knew we weren't going to have everybody, but for people who can't make it, I'm also recording the call, so I'll be able to send them what we do on a link,
Right.
A YouTube link. And I'm just wondering, is Rob Evis on the call yet? Oh yeah, there he is. Hey, Rob. Rob, do you want to unmute yourself?
Sorry, I'm just going somewhere I can take off my mask so you can see me.
Oh, there he is.
There we are.
So there's Rob. Hi, yeah, I don't know if I've actually seen you. We're almost all here, and I'm going to give it another minute, and then we're going to start. We should have about 70 people who have RSVP'd this. Okay. All right, I think we should start. It's about 3 minutes after the top of the clock. Welcome, everyone. My name is Steve Glassman, and I am a consulting producer on the project, and I am the COVID supervisor. This is our third production under COVID environment. Many of you have been with us for the first two, and also I'm sure many of you have been on various shoots across Toronto, and I'm sure everyone is aware of COVID protocol. And today's call is just to review our COVID protocol. You should have by now received our COVID management document, which, by the way, is about 55 pages. You should have done your Safe Set course by now. And also we sent you a short video about our protocol. And so the point of today's call is to introduce you to our COVID expert, Robert Evis, who is going to address us and say a few words and then answer questions. And as I've said before, this will not be a long call, probably about 20 minutes. So right now I'm going to turn it over to Rob, who's outside somewhere with a toucan. Hey, Rob.
Yeah, hi guys. Sorry, I'm reaching you from a scout this morning, but it's nice up here. Hello, everyone. I guess really, I think I'm talking to a bunch of people who have done this before. So this is just sort of your friendly neighborhood reminder that we're still in a COVID situation, obviously, that things may get worse during the production, and that it's really important that you guys work with my team to keep yourselves and the cast and talent safe. So really that means sticking with the key tenets of COVID management. Obviously masks are really important. We're going to be wearing a specific kind of mask on this round of the show, medical grade masks. This is nothing, not N95s or anything crazy, just the examination masks that most of us are used to, the disposable masks. They're just, they have a special coating on them that makes them a little more valuable. We'll make sure we change those masks really, really frequently. So at least 2 or 3 times a day, right? Hopefully more like 3, 4, or 5 times a day. And if you want to wear a cloth mask, you can wear that over the medical grade mask. That's not a problem. We don't have an issue with that. The other obvious part of COVID management is 2 meters distancing. We're going to do the best we can to keep everybody 2 meters apart at all times. And when we're not 2 meters apart, we'll be wearing masks and face shields for sure. And obviously our COVID management team will help with that. We're going to help keep you guys apart. We'll be gentle reminders all the time. Sanitizing is the other important tenet. And again, we'll be reminding people to sanitize all the time, but the help of signage and a lot of hand sanitizing and hand washing stations, that shouldn't be an issue. And this round, we're also going to be doing some pretty significant changes in terms of testing, right? We've got a group of background actors coming in, acting as our audience. They're going to be tested daily using some rapid tests. And then the standard for our productions is to be tested prior to the production starting. And of course, we're going to stick with that as well. So with those 4 key tenets, hopefully we're going to keep everybody safe. I think one of the big changes, I think something I just wanted to highlight is obviously that we're going to have background actors, these performers acting as an audience for us. And one of the things that we need to understand is that we're wearing masks all the time, right? Masks and face shields possibly all the time when we're in the studio. Performers and background actors are going to take their masks off really only while cameras are rolling. When cameras stop rolling, we're expecting them to put their masks back on. And that is a really important part of our COVID management policy. And I just wanted to make sure that we have 100% consensus on that one before we move forward. Otherwise, I can't see anything being a whole lot different than we've had before on our JFL shoots. Those of you who were with us last time were in the same venue, just a different part of it. So I really see this going pretty smoothly.
One thing I wanted to add, Rob, is that this time, of course, everybody is getting a COVID PCR test within 72 hours of coming onto the set. Your results, the results will be sent to the individuals, not to our producers. So it's important that when you come onto the set the first time, that you bring your test result, notice of a negative test result to you your first day on the set. And that is a change from our previous productions. Also, just to pick up on the extras that Rob was talking about, not only are they getting rapid tested on each of the 2 production days, Friday and Saturday, but they too will also have PCR tests just like the rest of the crew. So everybody in that building will have had a PCR test within 72 hours of coming onto the set for the first time. So I want to open it up to the group. And would anybody like to ask Rob a question right now about our protocol?
I have a question.
Sure.
Go ahead. Yes.
So we're there for the first couple of days of setup and then we're going away. Do we need to be retested for the strike?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you guys will send us links or get that set up for us?
Okay, I'll talk to Whitney and we'll figure out who that is, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, so Steve, if that is the case, there's quite a few people we'll have to connect with as soon as possible. So sorry, hang tight. We'll get in touch with you quickly.
Okay. Any other questions?
Steve, I have a comment, not a question. As you heard Rob say, we're going to, he's hoping that we'll actually all get into the habit of changing our medical grade masks up to 5 times a day. Like, don't just put one on in the morning and have that same mask on your face 12 hours later. That being said, those masks will get discarded. Most of us will just toss them into a garbage bin. I just ask all of you, if you have the chance and opportunity, to cut the strings on your mask so that when it goes into the landfill, that it doesn't get wrapped around the neck of some poor, innocent creature. Thanks.
I like that. I like that, Sheila. Maybe we could even put some mask recycling bins around the venue and take care of that for ourselves. But to that point, when everyone first arrives on set every morning, there will be little PPE baggies waiting for you at check-in, and in those baggies you'll find a collection of masks and a collection of gloves. So you can take that with you and keep it on your person to make changing things easier throughout the day.
Like what I've seen, it's interesting, like this being our 3rd production in the COVID world, what I've seen in the first 2 productions, that everybody was very good about keeping their masks on. People who needed visors wore them. And I thought that everybody really cooperated really well, and I don't expect this production to be any different.
Question.
Yes.
2-part. For providing proof of the negative test, is that sufficient to just show the email on your phone, or do you need something printed when we arrive? And part 2
No.
is,
Sorry, let's answer that. Okay. Part 1 is that you will get the negative result on your phone. So as long as you show us that you have it on your phone or you pay or paper, it doesn't really matter. You might as well just leave it on your phone, but it doesn't have to be printed. No.
And just show it. Okay, cool. And the second part was, I saw there was pop-up COVID test that was going to be offered in Burlington on the 6th. Is that an option for those of us that currently have a test book for the 10th and start on the 13th, or is that too far ahead?
No. The pop-up test, the clinic on the 6th is for people who are coming in within 72 hours of the 6th. So it's all of the testing and all of the emails from Whitney have gauged your arrival time on the set. And so no, you can't use that clinic on the 6th. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
There are other clinics that are popping up though, Steve, in Burlington, for instance, the extras testing and those dates. If they can piggyback on those in Burlington, that would be fine.
Yes, but those are, again, they're later in the week. And so if there's a specific question on somebody in particular, I can answer it, but it's not something I can answer in terms of everyone.
I understand that, but I think it would be interesting to see who's having challenges and questions, and maybe we can look to fit them into other days that we've already set up.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is a pop-up testing clinic taking place at the Waterfront Hotel in Burlington on the 13th. So if between 4:30 and 7:30. So if that falls on your critical window, then that could be an option for you. Just reach out.
If you're tested on the 13th, that means your first time on the set is the 16th.
On set is
So, and that's pretty
That's
much
right.
past most of our crew.
Yeah, but not the one person that was asking the question, I don't believe.
Okay, and that would be fine.
No, I'm on set as technical crew. I'm on set at start day is 13th, so I'll stick with 10th because otherwise it's too early or too late. So that was
Exactly.
just a general question on there. While I've got you, then water bottles. I think you'd said if we bring our own thermoses, water bottles, there's just big jugs or something we can fill from? Because wearing a mask all day, we're gonna be pretty thirsty, I would assume.
Yeah, so the venue actually has water bottle refilling stations. There are a few of them on each of the floors, so that should be fine. We like to encourage that just so that there aren't, you know, water bottles lying around everywhere, half used. Mhm.
They have a wall-mounted one?
Mhm.
Those are touch-free too, aren't they?
I don't know. Great.
Rob, anything we've forgotten to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hi there. I have a quick question, if you guys don't mind.
Absolutely.
So, I've been getting in the habit with, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear me, it's kind of windy. I've been getting in the habit to wear a KN95 with a surgical over top of that. You guys are okay with that?
Absolutely.
I know most of you are used to this now because we've done it on our last few productions, but we've divided the venue up into colored zones. And the reason we've done that is because we really have to work hard to manage each room's capacity. So to avoid overcrowding in each of those zones. When you arrive, you'll be given a lanyard with color codes on them. And those colors will let you know which zones you have access to. So we'll make sure that everyone has a color-coded map, and there will be color-coded signs on all the walls so that it'll be really intuitive and easy to follow. But it's definitely something we're going to be paying far more attention to on this time around.
The one thing I want to add is that the notion of additional testing of crew who have been offset for a number of days. Rob and I will discuss it, but my sense is it's possible that we may actually rapid test on that day rather than go back and do a full up PCR test. I think that would be probably just as good and also a little bit more expedient under the circumstances, because that crew on the Sunday can change, as we know. So Rob and I will regroup on that and we'll look at the numbers, but I think that would be a more efficient way to get to the same end.
Sounds good, Steve.
Okay. So I'm recording this, and if I don't fuck it up, I'll be sending out a link to people who haven't been able to join us today. So one last round, any last questions? Anton, Leo? No, he's not going to answer. Okay, I think we're done. Thank
Hello,
you very
Steve.
much.
Well done, everyone. I had to find my mute button on the 17th different platform we're using to have meetings.
Don't you have a question?
Do I have a question? No. Yeah. I just want to thank everybody because these are making a show is hard. Making a show in COVID is harder, and I just appreciate everybody's attention and energy and efforts. Thank you, Stephen. That's my statement. No questions.
Okay, we're done. Thanks very much for your time, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Take care, everybody. See you all soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.